Well, hello there, true believers. It is still a super exciting time to be a Spider-Man fan. Just yesterday, as I'm recording this anyway, we got our first glimpse at the upcoming Spider-Man Freshman Year TV show, which will be coming in 2024. Then in 2023, we're getting Across the Spider-Verse, as well as Spider-Man 2, the video game. And we've also had international release dates for Spider-Man No Way Home, the more fun stuff version. And as I promised at the time it was announced, I am now going to be doing a video of my top 5 things I want to see in the Spider-Man No Way Home more fun stuff version. So, if you love Spider-Man and you're enjoying this video so far, well, it just so happens that I'm also a massive Spider-Man fan. And I make regular content on the Wall Crawler, so I want to hit that subscribe button for a little more Spidey in your newsfeed, as well as hitting the like button to let YouTube know you love Spider-Man. And if you really want to go that extra mile, which would be super awesome, but I don't expect it of anyone, you can check out the Patreon link in the description below, make a pledge, join my cult. We got a Discord server, we got live stream replays, and I'm also going to start uploading the audios for these in advance onto Patreon as well, so you can listen to these videos in podcast format before anyone else does. With that all being said, let's count down the top 5 things that I hope to see in the Spider-Man No Way Home more fun stuff version. But first, I'm gonna do a 6th thing, okay? Please, please, please tell me that's really not the name you're going with. I don't want to see the credits roll and it says the more fun stuff version. I hate that title. The MCU is known for having fun films, and I get that, but this is just too mad. This is a terrible title. What am I, 11 years old? You know, from what I understand, the stuff people liked about No Way Home wasn't that it's fun. It's that it actually went a little darker than the previous films before it. If you really just want to be on the nose and meta about it, just promote it with more of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. We all know they're in the film now, and now's an opportunity for us to actually get posters with the 3 Spider-Men on. So yeah, that's just a preliminary. I'm not counting it as part of the top 5 though, because this isn't necessarily stuff that's actually in the movie, more just kind of the film's meta stuff, I guess. I don't know. So, number 5. More Willem Dafoe at the Statue of Liberty battle. We've seen in the previous reel that Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin was supposed to be a bit more present during that final Statue of Liberty battle, whereas in the actual film, he was more of just the very last boss that Tom Holland would go up against after the main sort of Statue of Liberty battle. And you know, I think that was actually a good structure to go with, but, like, do you really want to cut stuff of Willem Dafoe? Willem Dafoe is awesome. Like, if you got Willem Dafoe, I don't think you should cut that. Then again, this list is not things they shouldn't have cut from the original. It's things I hope to see in the more fun stuff version, considering that that is going to be an alternate cut, you know? It's a little something extra for the fans, where I'm still expecting the original release to be the definitive one. So, yeah, more Goblin wouldn't go amiss. There was definitely some stuff of Willem Dafoe shot that didn't make it into the film, stuff of him at the construction site of the new Statue of Liberty. So I would like to see him reincorporated into that big action set piece. Willem Dafoe was the returning actor in this film that I was most excited about, and yeah, going away from it, he was my favorite part of the film as well. So yeah, I'm not gonna say no to more Dafoe. Coming in at number 4, call me trivial, but I want to hear Peter 2's theme music. By Peter 2, I'm referring to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. We heard the motif ever so lightly incorporated into his debut scene, and we would hear the responsibility theme played twice in the film, but I want to hear his actual theme music again. This is probably the last time we're ever going to see Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man on the big screen. I am not taking any more after this for granted, okay? As much as I would love to see more of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in the future, not taking it for granted. I don't expect it at all. I get the feeling that this is absolutely the send-off. Don't expect any more, because I certainly didn't expect this in the first place. So, for that send-off, make it complete, have his theme music play. Even if it's Giacchino's version of that theme music, I don't care. I want to hear his theme. For a whole generation of Spidey fans, that's a definitive Spider-Man theme. We had Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 1 theme play, and it wasn't just his responsibility motif, it was actually his theme. So, make it right, make it equal, you know? There are various places you could play it as well. I'm just gonna straight up say that. And as well as that, of course, you know, when you have that scene of the three Spideys swinging together, obviously you just hear Tom Holland's theme. Maybe we could hear those other themes sort of worked into that. I don't know. As it is, I really like Tom Holland's theme, and it obviously isn't just the theme of Tom Holland, it's also the theme of this movie, so it does make sense for that to play in that big uplifting moment, but just find some space for it, you know? Find a space. You can't bring back Tobey Maguire and not his theme music. Come on. Coming in at number 3, I want Doc Ock and Peter 2, aka Tobey Maguire, to acknowledge Dr. Connors. This was the strangest thing for me, is when Octavius met the Lizard, at no point did he question that that's Dr. Connors, even though they mentioned it by name. It's known that Dr. Connors and Dr. Octavius were good friends in Spider-Man 2, so why would he not be like, hang on a minute, Dr. Connors? Why would he not put 2 and 2 together? I mean, sure, there could be more than one person called Dr. Connors, but a Dr. Connors who's affiliated with Spider-Man and turned himself into a lizard? Sure, like, we never saw Connors of the Raimiverse turn himself into a lizard, but he was missing an arm, so presumably it would be on his agenda somewhere down the line. And hey, this would actually be a really cool opportunity to say, yeah, maybe he did turn into the lizard. Be like, oh yeah, we got our own lizard going on. It was so weird to me that neither Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man or Doc Ock were like, wait, that's Dr. Connors? Not even an acknowledgement, nothing. It's weird. It's a big missed opportunity as well. I get that these MCU films are obsessed with their pacing. Like, they want to keep things moving at all times. So I get that they didn't want to keep stopping to say, oh, hey, this is the Lizard, I know him. But, like, this is like a fandom-centric re-release. So, like, let's hear it. Let's hear what they have to say about Dr. Connors. Because if someone showed me, like, a tutor or one of my peers from another dimension and he turned himself into a lizard, I would definitely have a little more to say about it than just a shrug of the shoulders. Coming in at number 2, an explanation for why Electro is here. Electro never found out Peter's secret identity, and all of the villains here know Peter's secret identity. The people converging on the MCU are the people that know Peter's identity from the other dimensions. So, again, why is Electro here? He never found out. There are, of course, lines saying he was absorbing data as he was, about to die, but again, he never at any point seems to know that Peter Parker's Spider-Man, and as well as that, we have that scene where he's saying that he expected Spider-Man to be black. Whether or not he maybe knew that he was Peter Parker and expected Peter Parker to be black, I don't know. But, like, you could afford to specify. It's pretty unclear what's going on with Electro. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad he's in this movie. I just want to know how. Because that is quite an oversight. And coming in at number 1 for the thing I want to see the most. We've seen in behind the scenes footage that Peter 2, aka Tobey Maguire, and the Green Goblin were going to throw down, be it briefly. During the final battle, we've got footage of Tobey Maguire actually on the Green Goblin's glider fighting him. It was kind of a shame that these two characters never really interacted in the film. And to get a rematch between these two, I don't even care if it's just 10 seconds long, to just see these two sharing a glider, see these two in the same frame again, will be worth it. The footage exists, okay? And even if you just work it in a very retroactive way, I want to see it. I get why they cut this. They wanted the film to be all about Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and they didn't want to put the spotlight onto Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. But, like, this is your opportunity now, you know? You got your big old fan wank cut. Do it, please. Oh, man, I hope we see that. That would be so cool. So that's my top 5 wish list for Spider-Man No Way Home, the more fun stuff version. I'm really looking forward to it. You can bet bottom dollar I'll be there day 1 to see it. I'll do anything to see this film in theaters again. I hope the audience are just as excited as they were the first time. Because, man, I think Spider-Man No Way Home was the best cinema experience I've ever had. I think doing any kind of re-release for this was a smart move. They didn't even need to add more footage, to be honest. Because I think, people would be excited just to have that experience of the crowd just going absolutely nuts for this film that they love again. Plus, Spider-Man No Way Home is by far, by a landslide, my favorite MCU Phase 4 project. But guys, what is your top 5, top 10? I don't care what number. What are things you want to see in the Spider-Man No Way Home More Fun Stuff version? comment below. I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. And until the next time, I am out of things to say and I don't know how to end the video, so just please leave already. Actually, don't. I got some more stuff to say after this. It's the end screen. I'm going to talk about the patrons, but like, yeah, like, you should know their names. So what do you guys think? If you enjoyed this video and you want to support more like it, be sure to hit that big, beautiful subscribe button. And of course, in the description below are links to different social media feeds, including the Patreon. If you're feeling extra generous, like the following people, who are Marcus Ward, Sirius the Skeptic, Biotinarts, Mr. SP, David 20 Covers, Sergio, Shodin, Legendary Ray Ray, Adam Myers. Thank you guys, you are the best of the best. But as for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day.
Look,